Today, I'm going to talk about why I cheat in CS2. I cheat because this game allows me to. CS2 has no anti-cheat. You can freely cheat for thousands of hours and get away with it. There are people who've cheated on the same account for over 5 years and are still cheating to this day. I'm one of them. I have an account that I've used 9 different cheats on over the years, and it's still not banned as of right now. So why wouldn't I cheat when this game is basically begging me to? There are no consequences or risks whatsoever. People sometimes ask me what percentage of the current player base I believe cheats. I'd say around 20 to 30%. That may not sound like much, but it actually is a lot. If even 20% of CS2 players cheat, then at least one person in every game will have cheats. All it takes is one person to be cheating, and there goes the so-called integrity of the game, which I'm gonna say right now. CS2 has no integrity. This game is a joke. If you're still playing Premier or matchmaking in 2026 and you're not cheating, you must either be a masochist or a dumbass. You're willingly handicapping yourself and just hoping that you don't get matched against cheaters. It's like walking down a dark alley at 2 a.m. in Chicago and praying you don't get robbed. If you're above 20k elo, you're probably going against cheaters every other game, or they're on your team. You may not even realize it if they're closeting or still bad even with cheats, but it doesn't change the fact that they're cheating. A lot of cheaters go negative and people just assume that since they have barely any kills, they can't be cheating. Legit players are genuinely NPCs. Even when you're full on raging, instead of abandoning and doing something else like any other rational person would, they'll just sit there and take it like good little boys. There have been thousands of games where I'm jumping around the map, no spread raging, and they have zero chance of killing me or winning the game, but they'll try anyway. They're so addicted to this game that they'll waste their own time playing against someone who's literally rage hacking. These people aren't real. They don't value their time, they don't have functioning brains, they're barely sentient. So don't feel bad for cheating against them. There's nothing going on in their heads. It's just static up there. If you ever start to feel bad for cheating, just remember that most CS2 players are toxic and deserve to be cheated against. They'll say the worst things they can possibly think of. They'll wish death on you and your family just for existing, and they're not good people. I never feel bad for cheating because I know most CS2 players are assholes and they deserve it. I'm sure most people have been in lobbies where at least one person was extremely rude and vile, even when no one was cheating. They always say some variation of, "People are only hateful to you because you're cheating, so obviously they're going to be angry and insult you." That's the excuse some people use. People are mean regardless. You rarely meet anyone that's actually nice in CS nowadays. Years ago, yeah, you could come across normies who weren't terminally online social rejects, but now everyone has a stick up their ass and they're just waiting for any little thing to set them off. It's weird how legit players feel comfortable saying all this horrific stuff, including saying my mom should be raped or I should unalive myself, but I'm the bad person for cheating in a video game. The funny thing is, these same people usually don't even care if someone on their team is cheating. I usually solo queue and my team almost never kicks me. If they do kick me, they wait until the last round. That's because they don't really care that I'm cheating and ruining the experience for the other team. They just want the free win and elo and XP. Sometimes I do get kicked. And okay, fair enough. At least they're consistent and not hypocrites. And then there's times when I'll have the biggest babies on my team who will whine and moan the entire game. They're literally grown-ass men who are almost in tears over me cheating in a free-to-play game. Oh, but they won't be just crying. This is their chance to act like a good person. They'll act as if they're superheroes and I'm a supervillain. They'll grief me, team kill, body block, or throw flashes in front of me, which would suck if I didn't always have anti-flash on. They always make it crystal clear to the enemy team that they're not okay with this and apologize to them, which is just embarrassing. As if getting cheated against in a video game is the worst thing that ever happened to them. So yeah, legit players are not only terrible people and drama queens, they're dumb as hell. They still think cheaters get banned and that reports do anything. They will actually sit AFK and spawn and spam report you over and over again and believe they're accomplishing something. You can straight up tell them that none of that does anything and it's a giant waste of time, but they won't listen to you because it's not any part of their code. The worst ones are the people who used to cheat, but now they don't cheat anymore and suddenly they think that they're reformed and better than you. Former cheaters who had zero issue cheating for hundreds of games all of a sudden grew a conscience and now have to virtue signal and act like they're holier than thou. The reason they stopped cheating is probably because they couldn't afford to buy cheats anymore, or they have normie friends who would clown on them, or maybe they just got bored of cheating. I used to cheat when I was younger, but I grew out of it. No one cares. You're still a loser and always will be. You weren't 5 years old when you were cheating. You were at least in your teens or older, and you knew it was wrong. So keep the fake grandstanding to yourself because I promise you, nobody cares. Then you have the people who lie and say they only cheat if the enemy is cheating, which no one with an IQ above 40 believes. They already have their cheat loaded up, but they'll pretend like they didn't inject before the match even started. The reason I made this video is because I recently went viral after I posted a clip on Twitter where I showed a griefer getting banned. I got so much hate and threats in my DMs. Cheating wasn't even the point of the clip, but so many legit players lose their minds and their blood pressure shoots up to Mount Everest levels the second they see someone cheating. They're basically children who can't control their emotions and can't stop themselves from spurging out. By the way, griefing is against the terms of service. And no, it doesn't make it right even if you're griefing a cheater. That's not included in the fair play guidelines. It doesn't say never grief or verbally abuse your teammates unless they're cheating. If you really want cheaters to go away, then ironically, you should encourage people to cheat. If the cheating problem gets so bad, then Valve will be forced to do something. Right now, we're in that awkward place where there's a ton of cheaters, but not an overwhelming amount. So Valve can just ignore it. If the problem got so bad where you couldn't join a single game without at least 7 people blatantly cheating, even in green trust factor, it would cause Valve to lose a lot of money and actually have to ban cheaters. So that's why I cheat. I mean, besides the fact that it's fun, why would I waste my time trying to get good in a cheater-infested game with no anti-cheat? I'm just gonna keep cheating and ruining games and not getting banned because that's the Valve way.